DEFRA's impact assessment suggests EPR will push retail costs up by £1.4 billion in its first year. A new analysis has starkly illustrated the way Labour's proposed grocery tax could hit hard-pressed Britons in the pocket, adding up to £56 annually to household shopping bills and costing families as much as £1.4 billion a year. The measure, intended to hit the government's net zero targets, has drawn criticism for inflating food prices and creating new red tape for businesses while simultaneously offering much-needed. The scheme, known as Extended Producer Responsibility (EPR), imposes a levy on retailers and manufacturers for the cost of collecting and disposing of packaging waste, currently funded via council tax. Businesses will pay higher fees for using materials like plastic, charged at £485 per tonne, than for more recyclable options like paper, which costs £215 per tonne. But while the government argues the policy will encourage greener practices, critics fear that these costs will ultimately be passed. DEFRA's impact assessment suggests EPR will push retail costs up by £1.4 billion in its first year, with households seeing bills rise by £28 in a low scenario, £48 in a central scenario, or as much as £56 in a high scenario. The government estimates that 85% to 100% of the levy's costs will be passed on to shoppers. However, retailers believe even these figures underestimate the true costs, with the British Retail Consortium (BRC) claiming its impact on businesses could exceed. The policy, originally devised by Michael Gove but postponed as a result of an angry backlash from retailers and Conservative MPs, has now been brought back by Labour, reports The Telegraph. Secondary legislation passed this month will bring the scheme into legal force on January 1, 2025, with charges due to be rolled out later that year. Local authorities, which will receive the funds from the levy, are under no obligation to reduce council tax rates once relieved of the costs of waste collection.